So I'm gonna use Jose's phone because he has the newer iPhone to record closer of what the cake looks like, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen so you guys are able to see, because I also want you guys to see my hand movements from far, but also what it's looking like up close. So I'm gonna give you guys two angles, not one but two. Okay, so before I decide to start recording on that, I think I'm gonna be like in this corner right here, so I hope you guys are okay with that. Okay, before I start anything, right, I forgot to do my intro once again. So hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be the how I decorate my cake at home. I just wanted to put out a disclaimer for this video stating that I did not go to school for baking. I did not go to school for cooking. I am not a pro at this. I just do this. What I learned and what I'm showing you guys is what I learned from an actual person who went to school for this stuff. I did mention her channel in the previous video regarding how I baked my cake at home, and her name was the Sugar Geek Show, I think, here on YouTube. If I'm mistaking it again, I'll put it around here somewhere or down in the description box below, as always. But anyways, so if you're new here, hi, my name's Alondra. I do videos pretty much about anything you can think of. So if you guys want to join my family, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn that notification bell on so you guys are notified every time I post a new video, and subscribe if you haven't already, of course. And I just don't want to waste any more time doing the intro because, you know guys, I hate doing intros. I'm just so awkward at it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything that I need here on this area, and I'm gonna show you guys from my boyfriend's phone angle, which is why it's here, because I'm gonna be using it to show you guys a better angle at things than just obviously the camera. I only do have one camera, so that's why it's gonna be like two different quality of the videos, but that's okay, you know. Anyways, let me go ahead and do that. First things first is my buttercream. You do need your frosting. You need a turntable, and if you don't know what a turntable is, it's something that turns like this while you're decorating. And then I'm gonna be using a angled spatula, and I'm gonna be using just regular spatulas, not sure what you would call those. And I'm also gonna be using this bench scraper. I think that's what these are called. And we also need a cake board. I think that's what they're called. I don't know what they're called. One of these. This is going to be the base for the cake. We also need one of these to start off this particular thing that I'm going to show y'all. And you are also going to want a, I don't even know what the hell these are called. I'm going to try to insert a name for this, but it's pretty much that's what it looks like. Pretty much I'm going to put my buttercream in this, and I'm pretty much going to, you'll see right now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is so here you guys see I have my buttercream frosting. I do have my own recipe for this. It's not obviously mine, but I mean, I learned it again from the same girl that I'm teaching you guys from, that I've been talking to you guys about. And I made this literally maybe like 10 minutes ago. And we have to use this in order to pretty much make these two cakes stick together and to give it an awesome flavor in between. So I also have my, like I said, my two cakes here, and I did cut the top part because we want the cake to be even at the top. We want it to be a flat surface, not a bounce, not a, what do you call it? I think like the dome part of the cake, we're cutting it flat pretty much. So the first thing you want to do is with your cake board, you're going to apply this over the turntable, which is what I told you guys that spins. And then in the middle of the cake, the middle of the cardboard, you're going to grab some with your angled spatula, or a normal spatula. You could also use this for that, but I'm just gonna, by the way, I did wash my hands. You do need to wash your hands for this step. So I'm gonna just go ahead and grab some buttercream frosting from this area, from my little thing, my bowl, my stand mixer. I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna apply some right here in the middle, and this is literally gonna act like glue for your cake. This is pretty much gonna make sure that the cake is not moving completely nowhere while you're decorating the cake. So once you have that, you're gonna grab your cake. Be very careful because it is bread, so it can fall. So I just pretty much drop it in there, and then I'll probably just try to make it as even as possible. Stick this in here, this little thing that I showed you guys. I'm gonna stick it in there, and I'm gonna just pretty much measure where I think it's gonna fit. So I'd say like right here, just a little bit right here at the edge. So I brought an extra bowl out because this is gonna be called the crumb coat part, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put all the frosting that I use into this bowl, just in case, because I don't want to mix the frosting with the frosting without crumbs and the frosting with crumbs, because we're obviously going to be using that. So grabbing some buttercream frosting, we're just gonna dip it in there. We're just gonna fill this up. This is like another video. So I'm just gonna swirl some buttercream on top, and it doesn't matter how it looks because you're gonna spread it out anyway. So here you're gonna see me grab my angled spatula, and I'm just pretty much gonna be spreading the icing all over it. This is just gonna give it a taste flavor for when you do bite into the cake, and it's also gonna help stick the two cakes together. After this step, I'm just gonna grab the other piece of cake that I have on the side and stack it over it. Here I was just making sure that the cakes were evened out, because if you don't have them evened out, guys, like literally parallel to each other, it's gonna be very difficult when you're not decorating but crumb coating it, especially if you're not gonna be decorating the way I'm gonna decorate this cake today. So then I added more icing because we are going to be doing the crumb coat. What a crumb coat is basically it's gonna be acting like a shield for your cake. It's gonna make sure that all the crumbs on the cake that are on it right now, because you know bread is super delicate, well, cake more than anything, it has like a lot of crumbs that'll come off of it. Basically what that's gonna do is it's just gonna make sure all the crumbs are not moving anywhere, and that once you're decorating your cake you don't see any crumbs on the icing when you have it decorated, if that makes any sense. I think that's like the best way I can explain it. But basically I'm just icing the whole cake before I actually start crumb coating it. So I start pretty much spreading every single part, even the bottom part. You'll see in some angles, if you pay attention at the bottom, I make sure that there's no spaces between the cardboard and the cake, because you want to make sure that it is super secure, and you pretty much got to treat it like if it's a food that you're putting away in the fridge. The icing is pretty much going to make sure that the cake is securely inside icing. I don't know how to explain it, guys, but anyways, after that I grab my bench scraper and I begin to pretty much take out any extra icing that I do have. And this is just because I'm very OCD, just to make it a little bit more perfect. You don't have to do this step because crumb coating is just supposed to just be the barrier, like I said, for your cake. I don't even know if that's the word, but basically that's what I'm doing here. And then after that you're pretty much done. You're gonna stick it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and after that you're ready for it to decorate. And you also don't have to do this stuff that I'm doing right here, but I'm very OCD, so I had to clean it up. But yeah, that's pretty much what this step is. Alright guys, so I'm about to just put it in my KitchenAid again with this paddle. I'm gonna be using a gel pink food coloring because I want it to be this pink color. If it freaking focuses, I want it to be this pink color here. On low, I'm gonna put in food coloring. I'll put like 2 drops to see what that does, because I don't want it too pink, but I also don't want it too light. I want it to be like the perfect pink, if that makes sense. Because you also should remember that when you're adding food coloring, Even when it looks just like this pink right here, it's gonna look a shade darker. It always does after you're done. So I'm gonna put 2 more, see how that does look. I'm thinking 1 more. Okay, I think that's the color. Hold up. So this is what we have. Here I'm gonna just show you guys the icing tip I'm gonna be using. I don't know the number of this icing tip. Here I'm just getting the icing bag as I did earlier, and I'm just filling it up with a bunch of icing, just enough for the first round of icing. I just wanted to say something, guys. It's gonna be hella hard to make y'all understand what I'm trying to explain when I'm decorating the cake, because it is. And it's actually not hard. It looks hard after like the result, but it's really not that hard, guys. And you'll see what I mean once you're watching the video. So yeah. Okay, so all you want to do is press down and then swirl it around and flick your wrist. That's it. That's the best I could explain it. Press down, circle it around, flick your wrist in order for it to end like smooth. Down, swirl, and flick. And you could make bigger flowers, but I just thought this was a perfect size. And also remember, guys, we are not professionals, so don't expect it to look super even and super good and etc, etc. But yeah, that's the best I could explain it. I'm just gonna let my video speak for itself. So yeah, enjoy. So I'm literally still doing the same thing. And just to let you guys know, I am still filling up my icing bag because I do end up running out every time. And here I'm just doing smaller ones in some areas, and then I'll do like a little bit bigger and then somewhat bigger. Also, just give you guys a little heads up, whenever you're filling up your icing bag again and again, just know that you're gonna get air in there, and that's what's happening to me right here. I always catch air whenever I was decorating, so that's pretty much why it stops like throwing icing. The best way to avoid that is basically to massage the icing before you keep decorating, but that obviously takes a lot of time as well, time that I barely even had. But anyways, a little tip also that I got was to basically put icing and swipe up or swipe whatever direction you want to swipe. Basically flick your wrist again, and it's just gonna make the cake look more like if it's supposed to look like that, if that makes any sense. And you'll see at the very end of the clip when I'm finishing up the cake, I'm just pretty much filling in those holes that you'll see, and I'm literally doing what I just told you guys, which was filling it with some icing and flicking my wrist just to make it look like if that's what it was supposed to look like. But yeah. Alright guys, this is the finished product. This is what it looks like after decorating it. I hope you guys, got a little bit of tips from me. I mean, I'm not freaking perfect. There's like imperfections in places, like right here, which I was actually thinking about buying pearls, like edible pearls, and just filling them in with that, but I was like, nah, it's okay. But this is the outcome. Alright guys, so that was the furnished product. That was the finished product. It took me about, I guess let's say maybe like 2-3 hours to actually finish decorating it, and that includes cutting the cake, crumb coating the cake, and completely decorating the cake to what it looks like right now. I'm not a professional, so don't expect a perfect decorated cake because I'm not a professional, like I said. Don't mind the noise in the background. I have a baby and she's crazy. So anyways, yeah guys, so this is pretty much it. I hope you guys really did enjoy watching this and learning how I decorate my cake, and maybe I can help you guys decorate y'all's own cake at home, because that's the goal on this channel, is to help you guys, you know, do it at home and try to give you guys easier steps. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, join the family guys, and I'll see everyone on another video. Bye.